Burada. Dear Fat Talk. Being marginalized is not the same as being systemically oppressed. I am fat. I'm still fat. I was fatter. I was 100 pounds fatter. Oh, God. 9 years ago. It's been off for like 7 years. Like, the most I've regained has been 20, and then took off another 25. But oh well. So, the difference is that not all marginalized groups are systemically oppressed. Being fat, I'll agree, that comes with some marginalization. I've definitely been on the receiving end of medical weight bias. I will get into that at a later date, or at least a later video, but whatever. And no, it is not when my doctor is harping on my ass about my weight, every year at the annual. Like, no, that's not been it, but whatever. On the other hand, I'm also gay. I'm effeminate, which I can't tone down 100%. So, I'm gay, I'm gender non-conforming. The gay, definitely systemically oppressed. You know how? I cannot just drop the gay with diet and exercise. You can't? No, I can't. That's what oppression is. If you can't get away, if you don't have a way out of it, and it's still going to affect you and your life, then yeah, okay, we can get into the whole, how being LGBTQ is not the same as being part of, a non-white ethnic group, but, still, the fact remains that unless you are willing to risk your mental health, you cannot trick yourself into not being gay anymore, right? Whereas you can make yourself not fat, or at the very least significantly less fat, with some amount of success. If you don't want to do that, just admit that. But I also hold firm that there's no such thing as somebody in obesity classes 2 or 3 who does not have serious mental health issues. So, if you don't have an excuse to not see a therapist, then go see a therapist. That's it. This is kind of hilarious because it really goes to show that as far as I'm concerned, I know enough about the history of the modern fat acceptance movement. It was created by chubby chasers. Not because, it has been well documented that the founder of NAFA, the National Association to Advance Fat Americans, I think is what they want it to mean, he has been well documented in interviews both in the 60s and more recent years that this was not about the way he was upset by the way that society treated his fat wife. No. He was upset because his friends would razz on him for his wife being fat. It's completely self-serving. Fat acceptance was created by chubby chasers. You're falling in for, a skinny white boy's fetish, okay? But that's another story. But please, so I know that it was created by, by white hetero male chubby chasers who they're going to do what they're going to do, but it has been opportunistically usurped by people with far more explicitly selfish intent. We're talking about the movements of the capitalist machine, and this is just one of those examples. Somebody is just so fucking irritated that somebody else is kind of agreeing with me, though definitely disagreeing with what is this, Ice Cream Cone 61's comments. This other person is so vehemently disagreeing with Ice Cream Cone 61 that Ice Cream 61 is falling for, we can agree that that racism is employed by capitalism, right? Of course it is. Of course it is. Like, there's no doubt to that. There is clear evidence of this. But, you know, this person is so she's just, they're just so flabbergasted that anyone who, you know, who would disagree with them, you know, that they're accusing this other person who is not me of being me, because, you know, they have been so warped. Their critical thinking process has been so warped by capitalism that they're willing to believe anything but reality.
But what black woman is out here downplaying the suffrage of black slaves? Be so for real, because you're not fooling.
Okay, this is the same person who is convinced that another person is somehow me, because they don't like being disagreed with by other black people, apparently. But here's the thing: if Yadolf Blitler is out there on Alex Jones, or, oh wait, no, it wasn't Alex Jones, it was some other show where he was saying, oh, well, 400 years of slavery sounds to me like a choice, then why do you think women would be any different? Why do you think women would be any different? Like, fuck, Candace Owens! Candace Owens goes out and downplays that. There you go, Candace Owens. Are you telling me Candace Owens is a white woman in blackface? Because the NAACP, you know, like, had her back legally some years ago before she went and turned and started sucking fox dick, right?